What's up, guys? It's your boy Alexis Ubeda, Agent Ubeda here, back at Safe at Home Podcast, and we got ROX Arroyo again for part 2.
We're back.
Today we're doing detox with ROX. That's what we're gonna call today's show. I like that name. What do you think?
I love it, bro.
That's a great way to. So we went through his history in baseball and all the great stuff that he's done and still doing, baseball wise. What do we got right here? The Legends Baseball Academy?
So Legends Baseball Academy, run by Al Quintana out in Pasadena. Big shout out to them. They opened the doors for me to work there or to collaborate with them I would say close to 10 years ago now.
Wow.
Yeah, and Al does an amazing job. One of the best hitting coaches in all of L.A. We got Eddie Camacho over there, too, former Somar High School.
The 818 kid.
Yeah, and another guy by the name of Ryan Delgado who played some years with Oakland A's in the minor leagues. But we have for me, it's pitching, catching, and I do the strength and conditioning. Al does a lot of the hitting, and then Eddie does kind of a little bit of everything. And he's the pitcher, so
no way.
Yeah, so we do that over at Legends, man. Big shout out to them. So I wanted to
shout out to Legends in Pasadena, right?
Yes, sir.
Pasadena. Let's go. I saw you posted. Manny Ramirez was there? What? I'm like, yo, that's Manny Ramirez.
Bro, that's one of my favorite, my favorite right-handed hitter of all time.
Of all time.
Of all time.
He's up there for me. Ricky Henderson is but Manny,
bro.
Come on, man. We had him too.
Yeah, what he did when he got traded over and Manny Wood started that whole crazy, that
Manny Wood, bro. If you're a Dodger fan, you guys know Manny Wood. That was bananas.
Crazy.
That was bananas. What was he doing there?
He he loves hitting, man. I mean, guys.
I mean, yeah, I saw the video. He's still swinging it.
Yeah, it's hard to give it up, but I probably can't speak on it, but there's something there that he's continuing to work on because there's something that's on the table for him.
Doesn't he have a son?
Yeah, he's got.
Is he high school or minors? I don't know.
I think he has 3 sons.
Oh shit!
But I know one of them is at. I don't know if it's Tennessee or Vanderbilt. One of the 2.
Oh, he's going to play college ball.
Yeah, and then there's another kid that's here at a local college.
Coming up.
Yeah.
College or high school?
College.
No way.
Yeah.
One of his sons? Here in Cali?
Yeah, here in Cali.
No shit.
Yeah, he's at a local junior college here.
Do you know which one?
I think... No, I'm not too sure.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that. I knew about the one... He was in Florida out of one of those baseball academies where
I think that's the youngest one that's going to might be Tennessee.
Vanderbilt or whatever.
Tennessee or Vanderbilt, one of the 2. Yeah.
And obviously there's a lot of big hype with him, and I think Gary Sheffield's kid might have been on the same team.
All those guys,
something.
Man. There's that turnover. Turnover with the kids, but those kids are going to be special, man. You look at like the Vladdy Guerrero Jr., the Bo Bichette's of the world, the Biggio's kid. Yep. Those kids grew up in clubhouses, so they have
a different
they're head and shoulders above the rest, where they understand the professionalism.
Yeah.
Oh.
That reminds me of like Ken Griffey Jr. Like he said, Jr. said he would take BP and play catch with his dad.
Right.
That's only got to help you.
100%, right? Man. Because, I can't speak on it from a player's point of view, but when I got that opportunity with the Mets, there's a different feel to it. Yeah. And those kids, or the Griffeys of the world, they were desensitized of the big stage of the big leagues. So when they get there, it's like, I've already been here.
I've been here already. I've been doing this.
Yes, but I've also seen guys that get called up, and then they just kind of like curl up in a ball, man, because of the pressure that you feel. The pressure, and then it's a big city, and the fans and the media, and they're not used to the bright lights. So there's, I think that's a huge plus for those guys.
When I caught wind of that was with Prince Fielder. Mm-hmm. They said that he was like 14 hitting bombs at a Tiger Stadium.
Yeah.
So when he was playing high school, he's like, bro, I was hitting bombs at a Tiger Stadium. Like, that's nothing to me.
Big deal, right?
Big deal. I'm gonna do it. So that goes a long way for them. That's crazy. I didn't know Manny had 3 though. I thought it was that one kid.
I think it's 3. Don't hold me to that, but that's my understanding of it. And so he's in there, man. And there's Al's most recent kid, Kevin Parada, who's now in the Arizona Fall League. He's a big time Mets prospect, first round pick. I want to say last year or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, Al does a great job. A lot of big league guys go in there.
That's crazy.
Shout out to those
Legends
guys.
Baseball Academy. Shout out to them. All right.
Yeah.
Let's start off. Let's continue with today in baseball as we normally do. So October 17, 2023 is today's date. You're gonna remember. I think everybody in a baseball fan is gonna remember this. So 1989, minutes before Game 3 of the World Series between the Oakland A's, Ricky Henderson, I just brought up Ricky, and San Francisco Giants, Will the Thrill. An earthquake hit the Bay Area. The game was postponed, and this series resumed 11 days later.
That's right.
Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Isn't that wild? That was wild.
The Bay Area, man. That was Oakland A's were crazy powerful back then. The Giants too, man.
Bash Brothers.
That was a fun team, yeah.
The Bash Brothers.
But I do remember that.
Yeah, that was I remember I was watching at our friend's house, and then it's like, what do you mean that we're not gonna play? Like, I'm here to watch the game.
Yeah. Like, what's an earthquake?
What's an earthquake? Yeah, because I was young, maybe 8, 9 years old. So yeah, that was back then. That was a interesting day. So today, like I mentioned, we're gonna do detox with ROX. So we're gonna get into that whole detox situation, which if you guys remember or heard the last episode we did, I started the day after we recorded. Mm-hmm. And I detoxed for 14 days via your system, mm-hmm. which pretty much
essentially, yeah.
Yeah. So why don't you I want you to talk about it, and I'll just chime in and give you my experience, what I went through during the 14 days. There was a lot of that. But I want you to talk about the whole system with it's not because you're in the health industry, in the sense where it's not just it's an organic way of doing things. Mm-hmm. So when I was because I was all hyped, I'm telling everybody, I'm doing a detox, all happy about it, and they're like, oh no shit, and they're expecting me to say, these pills or whatever, like,
yeah,
and they're like, so what'd you do? And I'm like, fruits, vegetables, and water, and they're like, okay, like, where's the rest? And I was like, yeah. No, there is no rest. Like, this is it, like, all natural.
Right.
And I didn't even think about it until later. I was like, that's pretty dope, because I did it the natural way, like legit the natural. It wasn't no, here's a pill, pulga, whatever.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of gimmicks out there. That's what I texted you quite a bit, right?
Yeah.
It's like, no gimmicks.
So I bugged you a lot, but I appreciate you guiding me through that.
Oh, of course, man.
I have a lot of knowledge now, not as much as you're going to share with us today, but I guess the first thing I'd say is start off with the grapes, because I literally dropped off the kids today. Mm-hmm. I went to El Super, got my 2 bags.
Yeah. Say, support your local business.
There you go. I got my 2 bags of not seedless, but seeded grapes. Seeded. So why don't we start off with that, because I think that's like the core of it in my 2 cents. But why seed? Because I was like, they're grapes, ROX. Just fucking, what the fuck's the difference? You're like, bro, they need to be seeded, not seedless.
Yes.
I thought about that. I was like, well, I remember being a kid, they always had seeds. What the fuck? So why don't we start off with that? Let you explain it.
All right. Well, any fruit, right?
Yeah.
We need seeds.
Yeah.
We actually came from a seed.
Exactly.
So why would we try to ingest something that isn't from a seed, right? So our body can assimilate.
Okay.
So why would I put water in my gas tank?
Yeah. Okay. That's what. Yeah.
I want to put the best 91 octane into my gas tank.
Yeah.
So when it comes to consuming food, I want to put what my body was intended to receive, ingest, digest, and eliminate. So the grapes are one of the most powerful fruits, most hydrating, very astringent, meaning they pull toxins from the body, and they eliminate them through the digestive system. So the grapes, to me, is the most powerful. You said fruits, vegetables, and water, right? Vegetables are kind of second tier.
Okay.
Vegetables are kind of more for building, but it's mainly the fruits, which would be the grapes we talked about, the lemons, the limes.
Yeah.
Any other kind of food or fruit?
Berries. I did the berry protein after the workouts.
Strawberries, blueberries, highly antioxidant.
That's what I did.
All these little things are kind of like little scavengers. They kind of rescue all the toxins, or they get them out. Sorry, not rescue, but they rescue the healthy cells.
Yeah.
So that's why the grape. There's a lot of scientific studies. There's a lot of books. There's a lot of research on the power of the grape and fasting. So back to the detoxification. We're consumed by so much nowadays, especially.
Yeah.
Man. That's what you said. You see seedless watermelon. You see seedless.
Well, I saw seedless organic grapes. So I was like, how?
Don't get fooled by the organic stuff.
That's what I wanted to, but it says organic, right, Anthony? It's labeled organic, so I can eat that.
Unfortunately,
Tell me.
To have an organic label.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately, to have an organic label, there's a lot of loopholes that people are able to wiggle through. You could kind of do your due diligence on that and study that, right?
Okay.
So back to the detoxification.
Yeah, because I was confused. I was like, yo, it said organic, my boy.
But that's funny, right? That's how everybody's like, oh, it's organic.
Yeah,
this is healthy. Oh, organic Skittles. Beautiful. No, bro. It doesn't work that way, man.
Yeah.
So I go back to what is most natural, which is seeded fruit.
Yeah.
Don't get caught up with the organic stuff.
Okay.
Like I said, because there's a lot of loopholes to get that stamp on.
The seed is already
but it has to be seeded. Yeah, it has to be seeded. The watermelon was another one that we didn't talk about. That's powerful, right? And even I
was eating that though.
Yeah. So
was I supposed to drink that too?
You could eat it. You could drink it.
Okay.
But also the black seeds. The reason they're black is because they're full of carbon. We're carbon-based human beings.
Okay.
Right? We're electrical.
Yeah.
I don't want to take it too deep dive in that.
Anthony was all over that electrical stuff.
Yeah, we're electrical beings, man. So what's electrical? Fruits.
Yeah.
That's our first and foremost foundation of our nutrition. And then when it comes to a detox, that's what fruits do, bro. They're magical. Okay. They're powerful. They hydrate you, they cleanse you, they electrify you, and they pull toxins out of the body.
And so when I took the grape juice, I was like, yo, I didn't know this is a laxative. Like I had to go to the bathroom quick.
Well, that's its purpose, right?
The first time it's
like natural. It's Mother Nature's natural scavengers, man. They pull everything out of your body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and the same thing was with the watermelons. I'm like, what do you mean they're seedless? And why are they telling me they're seedless? Shouldn't they be seeded? So I was confused about that too. Like watermelon. I remember as a kid, hey, te tomas eso, you swallow the seed, you're gonna grow a watermelon in your stomach. I was like, oh hell no! And now you're telling me,
cartoons, right? They eat them and then they spit them out. They spit them out like bullets. Like, no, you need those, man. You need them. And to me, anything with seeds is a friend of mine. And
there you go.
That's what we're supposed to be eating.
So I did, just to piggyback off of that. So I did the grapes. There's no meals. You said no meals in 14 days. And I don't want people to get caught up on this because I didn't do it for this, but I did lose, I think, like 13 pounds. Mm-hmm. But I was doing it more for the internal stuff. I knew I was going to lose weight. But when people hear that, they're like, oh, like I want to do it.
Yeah.
Which I get it. But know that it's more than just about losing the weight. It's about cleaning out your insides, basically, no?
100%. And weight's relative, man. Weight could be water weight.
Yeah.
Weight could be waste.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like you said, it's almost like a repipe of your home.
Yeah.
You're getting the water slowly going down the pipes. So what we're getting to do in there is you snake the pipes or you repipe the home. Talking about safe at home.
The safe at home. the tamarindo repipe the shit. I did not know tamarindo was gonna. I was stuck in there for 2 hours. I don't care. I'm gonna share it. I was about to go to sleep, and I was like, but prior to going to sleep, I was really thirsty, so I had made the tamarindo, like you said, all natural, and I chugged about 2 of these, like this big, like one after the other.
Yeah.
30 minutes later, I gotta go to the restaurant. That's cool. I'll do that. I'll go to sleep. 2 hours later, bro, I was like, I'm finally done. What the fuck? Why is the tamarindo just went right through me, bro?
Right. There's something powerful about the tamarindo. Obviously, it contains a lot of fiber, brother. But no, and if you look at and I'll speak about the Mexican culture because that is that's what I'm made of. Yeah. Is tamarindo's a staple in our culture, man. Uh-huh. As much as we tacos and mariscos and all the tamales, all that stuff. But tamarindo is one of the most common drinks that we have, and one of the most common foods. Even our candy is made from tamarindo.
Yeah, but this is different because it's just so for listeners to know, no sugar whatsoever, just straight tamarindo.
Straight tamarindo.
So it's different. It's bitter.
Yeah.
Jamaica,
it's a little sour,
you had me drink that too. Yeah.
Jamaica was more kind of like a tea.
Okay.
You could kind of you drink that as well in between meals. The other thing that's powerful is key limes. Key limes.
Yeah, everything. Right? Yeah, everything. I did everything with key limes.
Yeah. So there's mixed opinions and views on lemons as well.
I was gonna say, like, if I didn't have limes, I'd use some lemons, but I know you were on. It was limes that you wanted.
Right. Key limes, seeded key limes. If you can't, then I would go seeded lemons. So
but,
there's a detox.
But there is a difference, obviously.
Yeah,
between the two. Well, I mean, there is. But I'm saying
the lemon's a hybrid fruit. But what happens is when your body metabolizes the lemon, it has an alkaline ash. And again, it goes back to our body being acidic, being in a diseased state, or being alkaline, which is a normal state, a healthy state.
Okay.
Right? So the lemon has alkaline ash. So after it's been metabolized, it alkalizes your body. That's why a lot of these fruits, they're acidic, but when they metabolize, they become alkaline.
So I was doing, I've always liked this, but I do it like daily almost, and I don't know if I'm overdoing it or is this good or bad. I'll chop up a pepino, cucumber, and then I'll get a full avocado and mix that in there, and I just mix it together. I'll put some sea salt and then some lime.
Beautiful.
That's cool?
Yeah, that's money.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. So it's like easy.
Yeah, avocado is good for your liver, man. Your liver is kind of the filter of the body.
Would you call that a snack? Sorry. Or would that be like a meal?
I don't even care, bro. It doesn't matter.
No, like when you're eating in that deep, like when you're, because like we don't have any meals during.
No, but
detox.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's no rules. You know, we're so caught up in like breakfast, lunch, dinner.
Yeah.
I have to eat breakfast at 8 o'clock. I gotta eat lunch at 12,
That's why I'm asking.
No, I go against that. I don't count calories.
I don't
consider anything a snack. I don't consider anything a meal.
Okay.
I wake up, again, like we do. We wake up, we eliminate.
Yeah.
And then I go to the kitchen and we have our water with cayenne pepper or, with lemon.
Yeah.
I think what I wanted you to kind of experience in this detox also was like, you set your own rules, bro. Like, if you feel like eating an avocado, whether it's a meal or not, it doesn't matter because your body maybe wanted it for a reason. Yeah. And then we kind of talked about the muscle testing too, right?
Yeah. I didn't do it. I didn't do it, but
you'll get there eventually.
I will. I'm gonna try that. Yeah. I will say this. My appetite, or I guess my tolerance for food is like I get full quick now. Like I used to. I remember you told me put your pinkies together, right?
Yeah, so you put your hands together like
this, and that's what you're supposed to eat.
That's essentially
that's a meal.
Yeah, that's the size of your stomach, like what it can hold. Right. So think about that.
Okay.
We're used to eating. We're used to eating this, bro.
Oh, so I was gonna say, so this would be like, all right, bet. Where's part 2? Bro, are you kidding me?
Right. But who told you to eat more than that?
I don't know, but I sure did it. So this time around, I wasn't like measuring my shit either like this, but I realized I'll get full and I'll be like, I'm full.
Yeah.
And then like I went to a steakhouse because you know me, I told you I got to have my steak.
Yes, sir.
I ate half because I was like, I'm already full. Like my body's like, yo, you're done. You tapped out. Versus before, I would have ate the whole, no questions asked.
Yeah.
So during the detox, my body's now is like, yo, that's enough. And like you said, the cucumber and the avocado, whether it's a snack or not. One thing I'll never forget is you said, do what you're doing, follow these guidelines or whatever. And this is something for you guys to listen to is, you said you have a relationship with your body. Their body's going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you. Right. Your body's going to tell you you're full, bitch. And that's what it did. So I'll never forget it. And so I was paying attention to my appetite. And I was like, oh. In your face, sucker. Yeah. I was like, yo, I'm full. Like, and even at home, they're like, you're done? I'm like, I'm done. They're like, oh, shit, this food always gets doubles.
Right.
For sure.
Right. Well, again, because we're programmed to think that.
Yeah.
Remember back in the day? You go to McDonald's, or when we were kids, our dad would take us, or wherever.
Comete todo.
No, I'm saying what I was getting at was like it was a fries, a burger, and a Coke.
Yeah.
There was no supersize. There was no jumbo.
There wasn't.
Bro, it was what it was.
Yeah.
Right? So again, we literally just become programmed to eat more and more, and you look at the commercials, you just get consumed by that.
Yeah.
Now, and like you said, I'm full. I'm good.
The
Japanese, man, they don't have a lot of obesity culturally because they eat to 80%. Right.
Go ahead. I think
their idea is that wherever you eat a meal, you eat when you're 80% full, and then you stop eating.
Yeah.
Right.
Versus here
you got, you want an appetizer, the main dish,
and then
dessert.
My favorite part.
And then a to-go box. All right. So,
don't forget.
Yeah, don't forget. So we're gonna order a bunch of food, right? So that's the difference. And I try to tell my athletes, or even people like you, normal people or successful people, business people, doesn't matter, anybody. it's you set your own rules, but I want you to understand that relationship of your stomach.
Yeah.
You know, and knowing that, okay, it takes about 20 minutes, they say about 15, 20 minutes for your brain to actually register
that you're full.
So that's why the Japanese will say, I eat 80%. I see it.
Yeah.
And then it's a ritual, man. Like I told you also, another thing is like when you're consuming, whether it be your juices in the morning or your water, like have intention with it. Always bless it. You know,
I didn't
meals,
do that.
Meals is ritual.
I just mentally thought about it, but I didn't.
That's fine. That's good enough. But as long as the thought is there, you know, everything is energy and intention.
Okay, so speaking of, do you do this or have you heard of it? Because I've heard of it, and it's a little weird to me because I'm not full blown in on this, right? The whole, the rice experiment? No, where like you speak into your water.
Yeah.
That shit. Talk to me about that.
Man, it's crazy.
I'm not pro or con. I'm very intrigued by it, but I'm just kind of like, like you hold it and then you speak.
This beautiful water that I'm drinking.
And then it's I'm gonna be rich today, or I'm gonna be poor. Whatever it is, that it's gonna happen. Like there was anyways. You tell us about that because I just see what I see, but I'm like, I don't know. I can't get myself to talk to my water yet.
Well, no.
I'm just saying.
It's talking to it. It's the music you listen to, right? So music affects water. There was this. There was speaking of the Japanese, right? There was a Japanese doctor or a Japanese scientist. Who he did a test on water, and what he did was he played a certain music to a glass of water. Say like. You know, like let's say reggae music. Then he played like hard rock music. Then he played classical music.
Okay.
And in that, he took the crystals, or he drank like a drop of water underneath the microscope.
Okay.
So with the music that wasn't like hard punk rock, more like maybe say classical music or reggae, something that has a nice fluid beat.
Yeah.
The crystals and it was almost like a snowflake, and it was very symmetrical.
Okay.
And then the one with the hard rock. It was just very distorted.
Okay.
Right. There was another study where he had this jug of water. I don't know if it's the same doctor. It could be another one.
Yeah.
I think it was another one. But he had these kids who were disabled, and they. There it is.
Oh, is that?
Yes. So.
Oh wait, what? What is that?
So that's.
What are we looking at?
So the second thing was the kids, right?
Yeah.
And he had these healthy, happy kids hold the jug.
Yeah.
He did the same thing. And then kids that were disabled or kids that had some kind of mental disease or some kind of disease, and the crystals were different. So on the other ones was when you speak to water. Yeah. There it is. So you see the Mozart Symphony. It's symmetrical. There's a beautiful crystal. Yeah. And then Imagine by John Lennon. Then you look at love, the word love. And then
Fujiwara before prayer. Fujiwara. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means. But now look at the other ones, right?
Thank you and peace. Love, yeah.
And then look at the other one. I will kill you.
Dang.
You see how distorted it is?
That's water?
Yeah. That's the crystal of the water that was seen under the microscope.
So they would like project
their thoughts into the water?
Freeze it, and that's how the water would freeze.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. So everything's energy, man. And you are 99% water molecules.
Yeah.
We're 70%, 80%. Some people argue what percentage we are of water.
But it's a lot.
Yeah, but it's water, right?
But it's water.
Yeah. So the vessel, you are the vessel to the water. Now, you hear people say, they look in the mirror and say, "Oh, hey, Alexis, how you doing? Good morning, buddy. I love you, man. Let's go win."
Yeah.
Or
affirmations.
You say, exactly. You look at yourself in the mirror like, I look so ugly, and oh man, I'm just so tired. So your body's listening to what you're saying to it.
Yeah. I've heard of that.
So everything matters, man.
Crazy.
It sounds foo-foo, but it's really not.
It does.
Yeah.
See, when I was a kid and when I really wanted something, I don't know if it's just me that that maybe caught on to that. I don't know what it was, but when I thought I wanted something, because I don't know if as a kid, right, you want something, whatever the case may be. If I thought about it a lot, I wouldn't get it. Mm-hmm. But when I was like, fuck that, I'm gonna ignore it. I'm not even gonna think about it. Yeah. Boom, it arrived.
Yes, sir.
So I was like, wait, how is it that? how does that work? So I was confused, and now I'm hearing the opposite. I'm like, no, you gotta think about it. You gotta visualize it, that you want it, and it's already here. Right. So I don't know if my emotions were overriding that thought process, because when I was like, you know what, I'm gonna ignore that bitch, fuck that, whatever it is, but then I would get it. So I to this day I still think about that. So it's So my expectations were I'm not gonna get it, but I was thinking I was. I don't know.
Well, I think, and
the fuck was I doing?
No, because I've been there too. No, part of the process is that, right? It's like I want it. I want it.
Yeah.
But think about if you have a vice grip on something.
Yeah.
I want it. You're never gonna get it. So there comes a point where like I want to get to the big leagues.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And how do I get there?
Yeah.
I have to do this, and that. All right. You get to a point where you want it so fucking bad, and then you say, you know what? I'm gonna just let it go. If it's for me, if it's for me, right? So it's that intention of release. You kind of release it to the universe, and you say, you know what? I'm gonna get it when I deserve to get it.
Okay.
So I think that little nugget right there of like releasing it, letting it go, like he said, no expectation. Yeah. After that, you're gonna. To me, you attract it. You don't chase things and you catch them. I think you attract it by raising your, whether it be your vision, your awareness, your energy, you raise it to that level of reality which you want. Yeah. And it's going to attract.
So it's the difference between being a positive and thinking positive.
But positive, but realistic.
I'm
never going to be 6'6". I'm never going to be LeBron, but I could get to the big leagues.
Okay.
I think it's allowance.
Allowing it? So I was like, what the heck when I was I was like, what's going on here?
But so back to the same applies to
it all relates. You were talking about so one thing that I learned from you in the detox too was like the first 3 days I was struggling bad. Yeah. And then you're like, well, have you drank enough water? And I was like, nah.
You're like, water, what's that?
What the fuck is that shit?
Come on, bro, we got to cleanse everything
and
out.
Then you're like, yeah, you have to. 7 steps to manifesting. Okay, yeah. You know about that?
Bashar, I know Bashar, yeah, for sure.
We're going to get into all
awesome,
that stuff too, because I know you brought some crazy books there that our listeners might want to read up on. I know I'll follow up too. But I was saying I wasn't drinking enough water, and then I realized, like you said, like, and then you sent me some stuff about how pretty much water runs through it runs your whole system basically. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So now I walk around with my water. This is my detox water.
Yes, sir.
Boom, here we go. Sponsored by Driven.
Never get caught off guard.
So so this is the one. We got cucumber, lime, and a little bit of ginger.
Okay, nice.
This is that water.
Yes, sir.
Because I think there was another one too without the ginger.
Spring water.
Well, no, I'm doing that, but
right.
I'm saying I didn't put any ginger. This one has ginger. The other one didn't have ginger.
Yeah, but I was saying is any water.
Oh yeah, you're right. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. So spring water, again, we go back to everything natural, right? Seeded fruit, naturally spring water.
Yeah.
That's anything that comes from from earth. There's this big craze on other types of alkaline water, purified water.
Explain that, because I thought purified water was the best water in the world. Then I thought alkaline water was the best water in the world, and you're like, no, bitch. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Everything, So explain that, because
blowing the lid off of a lot of things right now, man.
Yeah, there's a whole. So this is so everybody listening and watching can see. I think they're having the same questions I had, because some people be like, bro, I used to drink water out of the hose.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just water, but it's not,
it's
right?
Not just water.
So get into that.
Well, yeah, you could take a deep dive in the water. Bro.
We'll do it.
But I'll keep it simple, right? Because there's so much information on any of this.
Yeah.
Detoxification, water, health, nutrition.
But everything. That seems like the core.
So but to keep it simple,
right.
So purified water is pure, but what we want is minerals.
Okay.
Right? Our body is composed of minerals.
Okay.
So water is nature's solvent. Any or the solution to pollution is dilution.
Okay.
So with water, if I drink purified water, I am drinking the water, but it doesn't access my cells because there's no minerals in it.
Oh.
Right? Now, if I drink alkaline water, it's a great concept, in my opinion.
What is it? I don't even know what it is.
Again, well, it goes back to that acid or the pH scale, right? Acid versus alkalinity. If you're acidic, you're in a disease state. If you're alkaline if your pH is at perfect 7.7, I believe it is, then you're at homeostasis. So there's no disease and there's no, because you could be too alkaline, and that's going to also affect you. So it's about living in balance.
Okay.
So the alkaline water, that was their push. It's like there's so much disease, there's so much sickness and everything. Everybody's fearful of the whole, all that. So what did they do? They did a great job to market alkaline water.
Yeah, that's like everybody's alkaline water.
Latest craze, right?
Yeah.
So what I do with natural spring water, there's a thing called TDS, total dissolved solids, meaning how much mineralization is in that water, how many minerals.
Okay.
So what I understood is anywhere close to 300 TDS.
Yeah.
So if I look at like this water that I'm drinking now, it has 222.
Okay.
And the total dissolved solids lists off what minerals are in there.
Oh,
like
okay.
Magnesium, zinc, or whatever.
I've
Trace
seen
minerals.
TDS. I didn't know what the fuck it
Yeah,
meant.
so
though.
that's what it means. And then I'll go back to your gas tank, bro. If you drive a Lamborghini,
Yeah.
you're not gonna go to Arco and pump the 87 octane.
No.
All right.
No.
So that's purified water.
Wow.
Now, your body is a Lamborghini, at least I like to believe. I'm
Yeah.
sure you believe
Yeah,
it
yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah.
That's how we should respect ourselves and say,
Yeah.
this is the best
100%.
machine
Yeah.
that we own and we possess.
And we know about. Yeah.
Better than any iPhone, better than any Lambo.
No.
So why would I put in 87 octane into this machine?
Right. Right.
Right? I want the minerals. Now, some people will argue, is like, well, that water's too expensive. I get that. I get it. You know, everybody's situation is different.
Yeah.
It's a little more expensive, but you're either going to pay for health now or you're going to pay for it later.
Later. Dang.
The other thing is this. When I don't have access to spring water
Yeah.
and only purified, I always carry sea salt with me. So I'll take a little pinch of sea salt, which is the minerals, and they dilute
drop it in there?
into the purification of
And
the
there
water,
you
the
go.
purified water.
So that's a trick.
Yeah, so that's kind of like a poor man's way of drinking natural.
But so
spring
that
water.
sea salt, you don't
Yeah.
get the regular salt. You get sea
Not
salt.
the regular salt, Celtic
It's
sea
that
salt.
it's that
or-
pink one, right?
That's the Himalayan. Yeah, you could do Himalayan or you could do the Celtic sea salt.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's kind of the water.
What about the one? Sorry, the one you said it when I went to Trader Joe's. There was a chug of. It wasn't spring water. It was something else, though, wasn't it? The second.
the artesian water?
Yeah. What is just?
It's in my understanding,
difference?
it's a similar to spring water. It's like
Okay.
I think Fiji is one of those waters. The
Okay.
Trader Joe's has that.
Yeah. That's what I got because
yeah.
it's just a big old chug.
Anything that comes from nature. I think there's a process on how they grab
snag
that water.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
The lemon, water, and salt in the mornings?
I do. Yeah, if I'm in so every day I wake up is a little different. Sometimes I'll have some water, like with lemon or cayenne pepper.
Oh, yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah. Other times I'll have a little sip of water, then I'll go straight to my grape juice if I'm going to go for a hike or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I mix it up. Again, it goes back to I have a good relationship with my body, so I know what it needs.
What does a cayenne do? What does it do?
It improves circulation.
Is that
little
that's
pepper? Yeah.
yeah
They're saying that
because
like,
they said drop that in there to
Yeah,
that salt. That's what
they-
you're talking about, right? No, Anthony.
No,
The
just
s-
I've heard of like first thing in the morning.
What? Yeah, some salt, some lime water and salt. Yeah,
It alkalizes it, gives you energy in the morning, it helps move things.
and the
It helps
cayenne's a
move
little
things, yeah,
kick, a
exactly.
little kick. No.
So when you rest at night, your body's repairing itself.
Okay.
That's why you shouldn't eat.
Too late.
3 or 4 hours before
Right
bedtime.
before, yeah.
So, like you said, you regenerate, you eliminate. There's a lot of stuff in your body. The first thing you do is go to the bathroom to eliminate.
Yeah.
And then what that does also with like the cayenne, and it stimulates that movement
Okay.
to get rid of that toxin. Almost like it's like when you shower and you lather up,
Yeah.
and then that next step, which is to rinse everything off.
Yeah.
That's what that first thing in the morning would do with the
Yeah.
water, is to kind of rinse everything through. And then now you're ready to either continue on fasting in the morning or you break it with like fruit or a juice or a smoothie.
What about black coffee? Because you told me that I can have black coffee, but legit black,
Yeah,
straight up, nothing else.
Coffee, I don't mind
What's
coffee.
the theory on that?
I don't mind coffee. Again, it goes back to anything else, right? Where is it sourced from? I always look at the soil. So if you're cultivating beans, coffee beans from great soil,
Yeah.
then to me that doesn't matter because that soil is yielding the minerals or whatever it needs to make that coffee good.
Okay.
Now, if you're talking about coffee, that 7-Eleven coffee, I'm like, no. Oh
shit, I did that.
No knock on that. No knock on that. No, but
I did do that a few times. I figured, hey, if I'm not adding sugar and sweetener and all that, half and half with bullshit.
Yeah, no.
I thought I was good.
No.
Oh,
So just
fuck.
go quality, man. Go quality on everything you do.
All right. But coffee's good though, because I think there's a lot of people that like knock it, and some people that I don't.
At the end of the
drink it
day, bro, at the end of the day,
it tastes good.
Does it sit well with you? You
Oh,
know,
okay.
and that's the relationship with your body.
Yeah.
Like, and why do you drink coffee?
I feel sometimes like if I just need a kick, I think that's gonna give it to me, but I don't know if
All
it's
right,
even
I'll
doing that.
I'll take you back. Why do you need a kick?
Damn. I don't know.
Are you sleeping from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m.?
That's the thing. So that's another thing. What I did when I was doing the detox, I was sleeping a good 7-8 hours, no problem.
Right.
Like, so I was good.
Did you have crazy dreams?
No, no, I mean, I always kind of have like odd, weird dreams. There's nothing normal, nothing out of the norm for me there.
You'll get there.
Yeah, I feel like when I
Yeah?
like, I have really vivid dreams.
Oh yeah.
I've had, I mean, I think I've always dreamt pretty good. I can sleep like a baby. That's another thing. I didn't take naps though. I love my naps, my boy. What the fuck? Yeah,
There was no
I didn't.
point.
I had no. Yeah, there was no reason to nap. Like I was good.
Right.
Even my wife was like, "Yo, you haven't napped." Like
I'm
she's
good.
like, "That's good, but are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm good." Yeah, I didn't.
You're more productive now. You don't need to take a nap.
Yeah.
I'm not against naps. I think naps are great when your body needs them. But if you don't need a nap, bro, if you get your sleep all the way through the night,
I didn't.
You're hydrating well. You're eating healthy. There's no point.
Which is why when I was with Anthony was telling you, remember that Saturday when we had the event here, and I was next to Maria. I don't know if it was lack of water. Bro, like I was out. Like I was so hurt. Like I was in this. You know what I did? I felt like in a fog. If that makes sense. Weird. It was so weird. I still can't put a finger on it. When I was.
Were you?
I slept well the night. Like everything.
What'd you do mentally? Were you kind of wasting yourself mentally on anything, any project, or any like overthinking maybe?
Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm typically pretty good at it, but it was weird. Like he was here, and I'm like, bro, I don't know. I don't feel right. I don't feel right. I went home. I just crashed. I don't know.
So yeah, sometimes like a detox.
It was like
detox symptom will sometimes be that.
12,
like you said, the first 3 days were tough.
That was tough.
Because it's like your body's trying to eliminate all those things that were inside of you that you probably became.
I was like a zombie.
Became numb to. You became normal. You normalized not feeling. Great maybe, and you always need that coffee or that 5-hour energy or whatever it may be.
I don't drink
so
that
those first few like those detox symptoms are normal.
Yeah,
kind of go through
those
days.
But that's why this one was weird because it was on the 11th day or something like that.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Bro.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
You could do a 90-day fast and you're still getting stuff pulled from your brain or wherever.
Oh, there you go.
Because for me, I think 90 days is ideal for.
Oh wait, you're on what day right now?
I'm on 30, but I'm not like full on
detox.
I'm having one meal a day.
Okay, so I implemented that now.
But when I did my first 90-day detox in 2020.
Okay. How many days did you do?
That was unbelievable. 90 days.
Oh, you did?
90
like
days.
Detox 90 days.
Bro. Like I went.
God damn, I was happy at 14, player.
No, check this out. So have you heard of iridology?
No.
All right. So this is pretty much the first step in detoxification if you want to go all in. Iridology. Iridology. IRID. Iris, bro. Your iris.
Iridology. Okay. Iridology. Okay.
The study of the iris.
I got you.
So you go and you take the picture of your right eye, your left eye.
Oh, okay.
And you have this doctor who studied this.
Yeah.
Who looks at your iris. And now every part of that iris is linked to an organ in your body.
No shit.
It's all connected, right?
Is that true?
Yeah. It's all connected.
Right and left?
Right and left.
Dang. And right is different than the left. Meaning different connections.
Anything on the right side of your body. So if I have like I say my right knee hurts.
Yeah.
On my right eye, the doctor reading my eye will be like, "Oh, you have some calcification going on in your right kneecap."
No shit.
What? Yeah. So once you get the iridology reading, they present this, folder to you and they explain everything.
Yeah.
So from there, after I did my iridology reading, they're like, "Okay, your liver needs a cleanse, your kidneys need a cleanse, your colon needs a cleanse, and let's say your lymph nodes, right?"
Okay.
So now that doctor is going to prescribe herbs and a protocol for you to detox your body so that you're able to clean all those things out of your body.
No
shit. It's going to pull all the mucus out, all the acidity. That's why people's bodies hurt. Like I see you kind of doing this, right?
Yeah.
Or somebody's like, "Oh, my knees always bugging," right? Or like, my hand hurts.
I feel like I got a crack, pop, whatever. Sometimes.
Right, but that's all that could be part of the symptom.
No shit.
Where you're starting to break down. Think of like sandblasting something, right?
Yeah.
Let's say something gets so calcified.
Yeah.
So now you're putting in the cucumber water, the lemon.
Yeah.
And little by little, it's like working it down, shaving it off.
Yeah.
You're like, man, my neck is, that's part of the symptom to eliminate and pull all those toxins, all the mucus, all the inflammation out of your body during the detox.
No shit.
So back to my thing, when I started doing the herbs, I wasn't eating anything. I was, if anything, I was probably having one fruit a day, but it was hydration, teas, herbs, grounding, sunlight.
Yeah.
Dude, I shed off so much excess weight that I was like, I never thought I would lose this. And I got lean. And what happened when I got lean is like my consciousness kind of seemed to just become more open, more aware to yes, bro. No, dude, it was crazy, man. It was I saw a different world. Like literally, I had another lens that I was seeing through with my eyes. Yeah. Because everything was just crystal clear now. I could see colors now.
Yeah.
I could see people's energy. I could feel your energy.
Yeah.
It was just, it was awesome, man. It was powerful. And I think that's how we were born with these, these special powers, man.
To maintain that though.
Yeah.
That's another level, right?
No, I mean,
that's like the Paul check thing that you told me about.
Like
that type of living to maintain that.
Well, it's a responsibility.
Clarity and feeling.
Yeah, we all have a gift, man. We all have a gift, and I think we all have the receptors to be able to have that gift. Whether you be, like I said, you read energy, or you're able to sense things. Your dreams are going to tell you some kind of meaning.
Yeah.
Those are all the things that once you become, cleaner from the inside out, you're going to be able to tap into those things.
Yeah.
But Paul Check, man, he's an amazing.
Because you said you did talk to us about what you've done with him, or what is it, a certification, something like that.
So when I did this detox, actually, the funny thing is that this happened right when COVID started.
Oh, okay.
So I went on a cleanse. I did the iridology reading.
You were talking about that.
I've been studying Paul Check. At that point, Marlon Bird introduced me to Paul Check in 2000.
Who's Paul Check for everybody that doesn't know?
Paul Check is holistic. He's the godfather of holistic health.
There you go. Paul Check. Look him up if you don't know.
Yes, CHEK, corrective, holistic. The E, I forgot what the E was for. Kinesiology, exercise kinesiology.
Oh wait, that's not his last name.
This is lame.
No, but you had a check like it means something like an acronym.
Yeah, well, he made it.
He made it like that.
Yeah, but that's
shit.
Yeah, there he is right there. 60-something years old, all natural, and he's mind, body, spirit. Everything. He talks about the 4 doctors, right? The 4 doctors you'll ever need: Dr. Diet, Dr. Quiet, Dr. Movement, Dr. Happiness.
Diet, which is, let's say, a detox.
Diet is nutrition.
Right. Whatever you take into your body.
Dr. Quiet.
Quiet means shut the fuck up. Oh, okay. Shut up and listen.
Restoration.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Okay.
Dr. Movement. Exercise.
Don't be a fat ass. Okay, got
move, walk, whatever.
Do something,
dance,
bitch.
shake. And then what was the other one? Dr. Happiness.
Okay, so then I'm assuming diet, quiet, and X movement leads to happiness.
No, they're all intertwined.
They're all intertwined, but
they're all spokes on a wheel.
Okay.
You can't be Dr. Diet, Quiet, and Movement and be miserable.
Right. Like they all
intertwine, right?
No shit.
So can you put that up again real quick? So
there you go.
His big thing is the yin and the yang, right?
Yeah.
So yin means in. Yin is the feminine. Yin is to harness. Yin is to create. So the quiet and the diet are the yin energy.
That's the feminine side.
Yes,
the black part.
Correct.
Oh,
and then the
masculine is the white part.
Right.
I thought it was the opposite.
Dr. Happiness and Dr. Movement are the yang, which is the fire, right? The yin is the water, the yang is the fire.
Wow.
The female has her sex organs within, and the male has his sex organs outside.
Oh, okay.
So that's Paul Check. That's one of the probably the most important concept of Paul Check is the 4 doctors.
Okay. Yeah, I saw
Dr. Diet, Dr. Quiet, Dr. Movement, Dr. Happiness.
Happy.
So if you're in balance with those, then you're going to be a healthy human being. And I think it's one of the most important things that I speak to you about it. I speak to my athletes about it.
Yeah.
If we have those in balance, we're going to be fine, man. And we're going to excel and be some, superhuman high performance machines.
Yeah, that reminds me of so the Dr. Quiet, right? What happened?
Sleep, bro. It's free.
I get it. But here's a challenge, not for everyone. What about
everybody.
the people? No, what about the people that have that issue with sleeping? Like I asked you about that, and you brought up something.
What's the issue?
Sleeping. They can't sleep at night.
Why?
I have no idea. I'm the one that sleeps. So
all right, let's say somebody can't sleep.
Like I don't know. We're gonna do a private call. I'm gonna have you obviously on that call. Not now. I'm saying outside of the podcast because I want you to. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I want them to fucking sleep.
Right. Well, I
there's-
guarantee you they're out of balance with the other 30.
There's out of balance with it. A lot of something.
That's what I'm
I mean,
saying.
a lot of people have this.
Yeah.
You know, they sell the, what are those pills called? Or it was melatonin. Yeah, that's it. That's like group of people take that shit.
Right.
Why?
Because they're
What?
drinking coffee at 7 o'clock at night.
What if they don't drink coffee?
Well, you shouldn't drink coffee after 3 p.m.
What if they don't drink coffee?
All right. Well, then they're stressed out.
That goes in deeper, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You
So they're not
shouldn't-
happy.
Well, no, yeah,
Exactly,
but we all set up our lives, right? And I get it, man. Everybody's
different, yeah.
Life is not easy.
Yeah.
And living in 2023 is not easy. But what I'm
lot of
saying is that though that pain or like that problem of not being able to sleep is an engine light turned on.
No, I know. I get it.
Exactly. So I have to look under the hood and be like, all right, well, let me take a look.
Yeah.
A lot of people, when that light turns on, instead of checking the hood, what they do is just take the fuse out. Right? They just
try to ignore it.
It's annoying.
Yeah.
So I take the fuse out. Now the light's off. They think the problem's solved, but it's not. The problem is still in the engine somewhere.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So somebody that has problems sleeping, they probably have problems with their diet. They have problems with their mental health.
Yeah.
And they have problems with obviously with the rest.
Yeah.
And they probably don't exercise.
I think
And I'm not saying that this person has to be Arnold Schwarzenegger. And
No, I
spend 4
know.
hours
You
a
just
day.
got to do movements.
You have to move, and it goes back to that. You have to
sweating the demons, right? I think.
I would
Did I
say
get that from you?
Yeah.
I did. I did.
Sweat the demons
Sweat
out.
the demons out,
Sweat
right?
the demons
Not
out.
literally. We got demons, people.
No, some people
but,
do, right?
Right. But the point
I was
is,
one of them.
Yeah, we all. I mean, I can say me too. But
all have 'em.
The point is, sweat. What I'm getting at is, what I'm hearing is, you have to sweat. Like, I remember, I know, like, when weights, I don't sweat, but once I do the cardio and all that, or you go into the sauna, you're sweating. But that's why is that key?
Ooh, so important.
Why?
So
Explain
your eliminative organs, let's say, are the kidneys, right? It's the last thing before you urinate.
Okay.
Now they talk about your skin being your third kidney.
Okay.
Right? Why? Because what do? We sweat. We eliminate toxins via sweat.
Yeah.
When you get sick, you get a fever. Why? Because the body has to heat up in order to get whatever's inside out.
Yeah.
So sweat the demons out. I always tell people, whether it be in a sauna, whether you go out for a 20-minute walk.
Yeah.
For those inclined, when having sex is a form of exercise.
Yeah.
But you need to get so let me back it up real quick. So what are we trying to get out?
Yeah.
Right? Real quick.
Yeah.
So there are two major fluids in our body, blood and lymph. Lymph is the garbage. Blood is what gives us life.
Okay.
It mineralizes every part of our body.
Yeah.
So when we sweat, we're actually moving that lymph. This is why exercise is so important. Mm-hmm. When you exercise, you move that lymph, that intercellular fluid. So in your cells, outside of those cells is a bunch of waste. That's what the grapes will come in and suck out and attack.
Help you at least.
Sweating is eliminating that as well.
Oh.
You raise the body temperature. The body sweats to cool you off, opens up the pores to get all that out.
Yeah.
So that's why there's a lot of studies on sauna, how healthy it can be, and it could extend your life. Exercise is one of them because you're breathing. Again, you're opening up the lungs. So there's so many benefits to all that. But you see how everything is like synergistic.
Yeah.
So by me going out to walk and sweat, it's able to self-correct a lot of things in the body.
So so let's do this. I get a treadmill and I'm running like a motherfucker.
You already started wrong.
Oh shit! I gotta run in nature.
You gotta run in nature.
Barefoot, bitch.
Barefoot in the sand. Why would you pay $1,000 to run on a treadmill
Where you can run
when
nature.
you can go open your front door, walk right outside, and you can go run outside?
All right, let's do that.
All right.
Now I'm holding.
I just saved you $1,000.
I saved a lot of people $1,000 that listen to the podcast.
Yes, sir.
Thank us later. No, I'm just but now this is a very crazy hypothetical. I'm just saying. I'm trying to get to a point here.
Yeah.
So I have a fan right next to me, in my hand, and I'm running. But I have the fan because I hate to sweat, so I never sweat. I know it's crazy, right? I'm just giving you a hypothetical.
Yeah.
But they're running on sand, right? Mm-hmm. They're grounding themselves,
right?
But they have a fan like this, and they're fucking running because I don't want to sweat. I know it sounds silly, but they did everything and they ate healthy. They did everything.
But they're gonna sweat if they're doing everything right.
But they didn't sweat.
No fan can stop them from sweating.
Okay, let's say they didn't. Or let's say they didn't run that fast. I don't fucking know. But the sweat didn't come out. They,
The fans is gonna cool them down.
but
I think they're gonna
okay,
sweat.
let's just follow my hypothetical.
All right.
Did they do did everything else doesn't matter because they didn't sweat out, right?
Well, the body probably heated up at some point, and again, we don't see vapor leaving the body. You ever go outside and run when it's cold?
Yeah.
And you see the vapor coming off.
That's
So
enough.
that's a form of
That's
eliminating.
enough.
Yeah, 100%. Breathing. You can eliminate through breathing. That's why if you see there's breathing exercises where people kind of go crazy, like
I
yeah,
did
like the Wim Hof stuff, right?
Yeah.
You're eliminating via the breath.
Okay.
So not necessarily that they have to sweat, but sweating is important.
How often a week? How about that question? Let's
How-
take like
how
is it?
often
Are you supposed to sweat it daily?
I would,
Okay, but
or at
I'm
least six days a week. I would say.
okay. So like once a week is not enough,
No.
right? 2
Well,
times.
if you want to be healthy, I don't think so.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying like for people out there that are like, well, I can get a day out of the week and run
Yeah.
once a week. Like that's not enough, right? For our listeners.
No, I mean, again, I understand, single moms. I understand moms. I understand, when you got kids, man, it's crazy.
Right.
And I would just suggest if I were to work with like a single mom, who's
Yeah.
got 3 kids,
Yeah.
and she's the mom, the dad, the
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
I get it, bro. Let's say she probably has 20 minutes in a day.
Yeah.
From 3:40 to 4 o'clock in the
Yeah.
morning, that's her only free time.
Yeah, let's say.
Then we're gonna have to find a way to do it at that point. To try to get.
It's
her
a
to sleep.
must.
Yeah.
That's
But
what I'm
again,
saying.
how important is your health to you? You have to set aside, time, because if you're not healthy, nobody else around you is going to be healthy,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And I'm speaking like that's probably the hardest of
Yeah.
any person that
Yeah, yeah.
because I respect that. Now for someone like me, obviously it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
And this is what I do for a living.
Right.
But I think moving 3-4 times a week is good.
Okay.
Once a week, I don't think it's going to be a lot of
It's going to
benefit.
be enough,
but,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of like when you're flying, right? They say the oxygen mask if it falls down, right? In case of an
Exactly.
emergency.
That's the best.
They're
analogy.
like, don't help the guy next to you or girl or whoever. Help yourself first.
Yeah.
Because if you're not good, you can't help them.
100%.
So it's the same theory, I think. If you take care of yourself, then you can help the next person next to you.
Right.
But if you're dying too, then we're all fucked.
Exactly. Even if it's a toddler, right?
Yeah.
Even if it's a toddler, like unfortunately,
Yeah.
that's just the way it is. I have to be good, and in order for you to be good,
for you to
and
help.
I can't pour from an empty glass, so I
Yeah.
need to have something in my glass to be able to share with you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting. I see you got some books there. What do we tap into now?
All right. So the detox, detoxification, actually health in general.
Yeah.
Right. There was some doctors and people that I came across who were very important in my development, and I think that people would benefit from.
Yeah.
I would say the first one was Paul Chek.
Okay.
The second one was a detox doctor named Dr. Robert Morse. And I think one of the grandfathers of the detox is Dr. Arnold Ehret, who's amazing. And then there's another iridology doctor. So I brought these books. Oh, and last but not least, Dr. Sebi.
Okay.
Dr. Sebi was a natural healer who is still making making impacts in different parts of the world, man. What he did, he cured a lot of diseases.
Yeah.
If you want to call them diseases, according to him, there's only one disease, which is very true. Again, it's kind of a deep dive into the topic.
What is it, or what is the theory?
He called it's a violation of the mucous membrane, right?
Okay.
So mucus is essentially a byproduct of anything that's toxic to the body.
Okay.
So that's the only disease, is having mucus or a violation of the mucous membrane.
Okay.
So he said that's it. So if you have mucus in the lungs, it's bronchitis.
Yeah.
If you have mucus say mucus or any kind of, or let's say diabetes, right? You have excess sugar or mucus or anything toxic that's within that, then that's diabetes. So whatever organ is polluted by the mucus, that's what they label as a disease for that specific spot.
Okay.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So essentially, like if we clear the mucus from the brain, if we clear the mucus from the organs, then you're going to be healthy, because it'd be like having critters in your house, right? I'm going to sweep, I'm going to vacuum, I'm going to mop.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw out the trash every day. So to keep it simple, imagine not throwing out your garbage at your house for 3 months.
And that's what
would happen?
Yeah, it's a total disaster.
So in our bodies, it would be the same
thing.
If we don't detox, every so often, or if we're not eating healthy, we're going to start to accumulate those trash bags within our body.
Take care of your body.
Yeah.
So we joke about this, but go ahead. No, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So let me just pull these up.
Yeah. Show us what you got there.
So this is essentially, I don't know if you want me to show it here.
You can. Yeah, you can.
So this is like this is Dr. Sebi stuff. Eat to Live, Not to Die, who's written by one of his patients that went to his compound in Honduras. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Ekong is his name. And essentially, just to kind of give you guys an idea, it's a very easy read, but like this, right? We'll talk about key limes. Actually, where's this page at?
Yeah. What is the book called? Because I heard a quote, something like
Eat to Live, Not to Die.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. There was something similar to that in the sense, like they're saying, like basically, don't eat to eat, right? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So
like, don't just eat just because.
He'll give you different.
How to eat, to live, not to die. That's a different. That's a different one. That's
Eat to Live, Not to Die. So that's Dr. Sebi. Very informative stuff. Dr. Arnold Ehret here. It's called the Mucusless Diet Healing System.
Arnold
Ehret.
Who talks about it? He does. I've never heard of him.
He's one of the.
He's OG.
He's one of the. I think one of the godfathers, if not the first, on speaking on like mucus. Right, that word comes up again. So it's essentially
the mucus
toxins.
diet. Yeah, healing. Okay.
And he has an extensive amount of information here, and he talks about everything. Just going back to nature.
Yeah.
Right. So nature kind of will cleanse itself. So he's a guy that is very important, and there's tons of information.
Yeah.
On him.
Okay.
And then Dr. Robert Morris is this one here. The
detox
miracle. Yeah.
Source book. Okay.
So he does a great job of informing which herbs will help which organs, different protocols,
naturally.
Right. Different symptoms that you have, so different things you got to clean out.
Yeah.
And he's awesome. Then you see fruit is the number one.
Yeah, I see that on there.
Not seedless.
Yeah. There's seeds there, my guy.
Seeded.
See the seeds.
And then the last one is obviously Paul Chek. This is the Bible, man. If you're an athlete, anybody, bro. This right here. How to eat, move, and be healthy.
It doesn't even look that thick either. I think I can read that.
Goes over different exercises.
You know what I mean?
This is everything. So again, look, bro. There's even this.
You said you were certified with Paul Chek, you know?
I have a level 1.
There you go.
HLC.
I got
holistic lifestyle.
Yeah, I got the 10. I tell you about that?
Yeah, sorry about that, player. No, but so they all offer. Man, there's so much more. I feel like I'm just scratching the surface on detoxification.
Yeah.
On the strength and conditioning, on the whole holistic approach to everything. The 4 doctors, and my thing is that too. So I kind of. Obviously, everything that I do is a reflection of them, and that's what I want to do, and then I do my part. So I'm, mind, body, spirit, the physical, the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual. Those are like my 4 pillars.
Yeah.
If we have all of those covered, man, we're going to be successful. We're going to perform at a high level, and especially keeping them in balance.
So repeat those again?
So mind, body, spirit.
Okay.
For me.
Yeah.
Right? They're all interconnected.
Yeah.
And then the 4 that I have to cover is the mental.
The mental.
The physical.
The
emotional,
and
the spiritual.
There you go.
I can elaborate if you want on each one real briefly.
Yeah, go ahead.
So obviously I start at the top, which is the spiritual.
Okay.
Right? We are all part of the greater whole.
Yeah.
And I use Rumi's quote where he says, "You're not a drop in the ocean. You're the whole ocean in one drop." Meaning I affect you. We affect each other.
Yeah.
Our family. So we're all connected.
Yeah.
So we have to have some kind of humility or some kind of greater power that's out there.
Right.
That we have to understand that we're part of this web.
Yeah.
Now the mental is obviously very important too, because that's what drives us. The mental is what drives the physical body, right?
It does.
Like you said, I'm mentally sharp, bro.
It's crazy.
Then my body's gonna follow what my mind tells it to do. The mind is powerful, right? And then I talk about the emotional. I need to balance my emotions when it comes to people talking about anxiety and depression and fear. And then people are talking about love, joy, and happiness, man, or people that can't handle anger. So if you have all your emotions kind of in check, and it's fine, dude. It's fine to feel sad one day.
Yeah.
Play all the sad music you want, but understand where that sadness is coming from. Deal with it.
Okay.
It's great to be happy. And surround yourself with happy people, man. Successful people are happy. Healthy people are happy.
Yeah.
Right? So once we control all the emotions, and then now we get into the physical, right? The physical is our vehicle. So if I'm spiritually sharp, spiritually connected, mentally focused, emotionally balanced, I'm unstoppable physically. And you look at, we talk about the baseball, right?
Yeah.
The World Series. What did Bryce Harper? Bryce Harper has all of those in check, and he rises to the occasion physically. Remember, he said we talk about pressure. That quote that he said.
Yeah.
So he's in the batter's box, and it's not that easy, but he has everything else in check where he's just allowing his body to just do what it has to do.
Yeah.
And then real quick, my logo is called the Enzo. It's a Japanese Zen symbol.
Okay.
Right. So the purpose of that symbol is like, you think of a big white platform here.
Yeah.
Then you get this big paintbrush, you dip it in black paint.
Yeah.
And you start to walk with the paintbrush, almost like you're mopping the floor, but you're just holding the stick, right? The brush. To the degree in which that circle becomes perfect.
Okay.
Is how perfect and centered and balanced you are.
You need to be.
Right.
Okay.
And what that signifies, the Enzo is the moment where the mind is free to allow the body to create.
Ah.
There it is.
There it is right there. That's where he's on that in the batter's box right now.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I have this logo, which is the Enzo.
If you look at if you guys can on the ROX, there's the O Anthony on his t-shirt. Yeah, it's right there. Boom.
Yeah, you can see the Enzo there.
Yeah,
and then the funny, I put a little spin on it. So then what is RX? When you look at it, yeah, well, it's a prescription, right? So for me, it's like ROX is the prescription to get to that perfect Zen moment where the mind is free to allow the body to create.
Yeah.
And all of that through this.
Yeah.
So when I work with an athlete, I check. We have a protocol too. We have a questionnaire. Mentally, physically, spiritually, where are you at? How do you sleep? The 4 doctors again.
Yeah, the 4 doctors.
Right?
Yeah.
So it sounds like a lot of work, but it's real simple, man. And it goes back to balance.
And you know what? I thought it was going to be a lot of work, but once I started doing it with the detox, which is just a small portion of what you incorporate and how you're doing stuff with these athletes, after I was like, this shit's easy.
It is easy.
And like you said, it's all natural. That I don't know why, but I felt so proud of that I was like, I'm not taking any pills.
Right.
It's like and people are like, wait, what? I've done another one where, I'll take a pill a day or whatever. And I'm like, no, I didn't take shit. I took water. For most of it.
No, and congrats.
And people were like, whoa, that's
like,
great.
What?
Yeah.
That's too simple, bro.
That goes back to the big, I gotta ask you a question. You're like, well, if you knew that, then it'd be too easy for everybody else. Like, what is up with all that? I mean, we can get into that another day, but.
Yeah. No, and congrats, dude. Because honestly, it's not easy. But when I have
I remember you said, if it was easy, everybody would do it.
Everybody would do it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
winners win too. That's another one. Bro. I love that quote. Winners win.
My buddy, we were in the minor leagues, and he yelled that out one time to me. And I was like, I loved it, man, because it's so simple, but if you think about it, winners win. Anybody that wins, winning is a quality, man. Winning is work that you have produced. Winning is preparation.
Yeah.
And if you win at realty, if you win at baseball, if you win in the gym, you're going to win in anything you do because you're a winner.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
Put me anywhere, as Jay-Z said, right? Put me anywhere on God's green earth, I'll triple my worth. Doesn't matter, bro, because it could be baseball, it could be detox.
Whatever it is.
It could be building muscle, it could be buying a home, anything.
That's
you're
trip.
Gonna win.
Yeah.
So I love that. I love that saying.
Damn. I love it. Thanks for coming back with us. I'm gonna let you set it off here. What would be the last hurrah or last say or advice for all our listeners that, because today we did detox with ROX. It wasn't just standard real estate baseball. This was deep. This was more like for everybody's health and well-being. So what would you say be the last few words for everybody listening before we call it a day here?
Man, that's tough because there's so
I know
much.
you got so much. I know. We thought we were going to cover so much, and then next thing you know, boom.
Well, what about if somebody wants to get started on this? How can
there you go.
What's the first step they can take?
Oh, okay, perfect. So to keep it simple, if you want to cleanse, get back to nature. So we have to understand what nature does. Study nature, right?
Yeah.
Nature is the most powerful force that we live. We live on nature. Yeah. We are nature.
Yeah.
So I would say start to eliminate that which isn't natural.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, start to eliminate that which isn't natural. Step one.
Then the second step would be take a look back at your ancestors.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
How did your ancestors eat? And what I mean by ancestors, it could be your grandparents, great grandparents. It could be the culture.
Yeah.
It could be the country.
Yeah.
Do a little due diligence
Yeah.
and study what people ate before.
Yeah.
Because in my opinion,
With all this other stuff.
yeah,
right?
in my opinion, we're kind of heading in the wrong direction. We're being
Yeah.
misled or whatever. So I would take a dive into that.
Okay.
You know, take a step back and look at your ancestral, you know, lineage and
Yeah.
what they ate.
Yeah.
So it's get back to nature, ancestry,
Ancestry.
and then third, I'll leave them with 3. How about that?
Okay.
All
It's
right.
up to you.
Take a good look at yourself, man. Look in the
Okay.
mirror.
Yeah.
Look in the mirror and ask yourself,
Uh-huh.
like, you know, am I happy?
Yeah.
Am I healthy? Am I whole?
Yeah.
And then I would ask, when was the last time, you know, I danced? When's the last time I sung a song?
Uh-huh.
When's the last time I moved? When's the last time where I really felt free?
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So it's just going to do a lot of analyzing.
Yeah.
But to keep it simple, look in the mirror. Where are you at now? What do you want out of life?
There you go.
And then move accordingly.
And I think it goes back to what you said. Your body's gonna tell you. You have a relationship with your body.
Yeah.
Which is probably the most important relationship.
Well, that's looking in the mirror, right?
Right? That's
and
what it is.
I would even
If
go
wrap it around.
If you're comfortable enough, man, strip down naked, look in the mirror, and
do
be
that all
real
the
with
time.
yourself.
That's Detox with Rocks. How can they find you and maybe pick your brain? Sign up with Detox with Rocks.
I'm here to help, man. I'm a catalyst, like I tell everybody. I'm a catalyst. I'm here to help. Anything. ROX System on Instagram. Okay. ROX_system. That would be my main page, or ROX Arroyo 58 on Instagram. And I'd give out my number, but we'd have some issues, man.
That's it for today. Safe at Home podcast, guys. And thanks again, Rox, for showing up.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed the special segment with our health version, our health with Rox.
Your body is your home, so make sure you're safe at home, man. See,
damn. Boom. I love how you wrap that up. Woo! We're out.
God
Peace.
bless.